What's up guys, Luke Deutschlander here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my Phone Flipping Academy course. So I've had a lot of people ask me recently, what's inside your course, Luke? Can you give us some kind of teaser? A lot of people have been asking, what kind of personality types are there in the phone flipping industry? And so I wanted to take a video directly out of my Phone Flipping Academy course and kind of give you guys just kind of a little teaser. This is actually a full video from my course, but just to kind of show you some of the in-depth content that I have inside my Phone Flipping Academy course, which is hosted on a digital website. So my entire course is easily accessible and it's updated. And you know, we've got a paid group, we're doing weekly group chats, etc. So that being said, this is the 5 customer personality types and basically how to build rapport with them. These are basically the main personality types that you're going to deal with in the phone flipping industry. And I kind of compiled this list and the ideas and what I call them kind of over the years of doing business in the phone flipping industry. This has helped a lot of people deal with certain people. Obviously, when you watch this video, these are probably going to jump out at you like, oh wow, I just dealt with that customer the other day, or man, I remember this guy, you know, he was like this personality customer type. During these 5 customer personality types, you're going to kind of realize that everybody kind of fits into one of these 5 categories. And as you learn these categories better and better, you'll know exactly how to deal with these people, how long to reply, whether you should type a long message, a short message, whether you should call them on the phone, and just kind of how to talk to them. So it's really kind of an important basis when, you know, you're dealing with a new customer or a repeat customer. Everybody's kind of got their personality type and you kind of got to handle them a little different way. You got to be a chameleon. You got to blend in and basically work with every different customer. You can't have one style for 5 different customer personality types. So that being said, here's a video straight from my course. I hope this helps some of you out and I'm going to play the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I really hope this helps some of you out, and I hope it answers some of your questions on what kind of detailed information you'll find in my course. What's up guys, Luke Deutschlander here. So in this video, I kind of want to talk to you guys on how to blend with your customers and build rapport, and also the 5 personality types you're going to commonly deal with when buying phones, and kind of how to handle them and how to close them. So number 1, guys, how to blend with your customers and build rapport. This is super important, guys, and I think one of the things that I want to talk about here is that calling a customer on the phone or talking to a customer on the phone is a little bit different than texting them. It's much easier to build rapport on the phone with a customer than via text because you can't really read somebody's emotions via text. Just like with relationships, often people get mixed up or miscommunicate when they text rather than just calling somebody because texting is often seen as easier and phone calls are inconvenient in today's day and age, that is. Anyways, so guys, one of the best ways to build rapport with a customer is to mirror them. What I mean by mirroring them is talking in the same tone as they do when on the phone and texting the same way they do when doing a deal on texting. If a customer is sending you emojis or smiley faces when you're texting, feel free to send some back. They are being playful and open. Do not overextend your personality via text. Mirror them exactly. Make rapport with them and make them feel like you're the same personality type as them. This is super important, guys. Basically, if somebody's writing you long text messages and detailed text messages about your Craigslist ad and cellular phone, send them kind of a detailed and caring message back. If somebody's being really short with you and they're taking a while to answer text, well, maybe wait 5 minutes in between texting them back and also send them back a short text message. Basically, mirror the customer. Don't over chase them emotionally. Sometimes winning the customer over is almost like an emotional chase. Almost like if you've ever been in a relationship before and you chase someone too much, you actually chase them away. Whereas if you would have just acted the same way as them, you begin to spark curiosity and they actually kind of pursue you. So sometimes if you are dealing with a customer who doesn't seem very interested when texting, you want to act almost as if you're uninterested. Now, don't be completely frank and just say, I don't want to buy your phone, but kind of play a little game with them almost and make them pursue you like you're not desperate to buy their phone. Believe it or not, it works. Anyways, if a customer is keeping it short, such as, what can I get for my iPhone 8 64 gig Verizon, text them back with business-like information, such as, I can offer X amount for that cash today. Just keep it short and simple. Mirror them. Customers are like cats. Do not chase them. If they are not chasing you and do not come off as desperate, you will chase them away. If a customer takes 30 minutes to text you back, reply at about 1/3 or 1/4 of the speed. Customers text back within 30 minutes, text them back in like 5 to 10 minutes and vice versa. If a customer is texting back instantly, wait 30 seconds to 1 minute before replying. You see what I'm getting at here, guys? Mirroring the customer will help you close deals and build rapport with them. They will also feel more comfortable with you. So that being said, guys, that kind of covers a little bit of that, building rapport and kind of mirroring the customer. Let's talk about the 5 personality types you guys are going to deal with in the phone flipping industry. So number 1, the logical seller. People who possess this personality look for facts and figures when selling their phone. When giving them a price, if they reject it, explain to them on why you can offer the amount you offered. It may make more sense to them than someone who is not thinking logically. These customers use most of their logical thinking rather than emotional side when it comes to making decisions. Typically, this customer's smartphone or electronic will be in mint or great condition. They usually will have the box and or accessories also. These people are educated sellers. So you're probably wondering kind of like, how should you handle this type? Now, people who are logical are a little harder to close. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. I personally am a logical seller and or course instructor because of the fact that I go off of factual information and stuff that works, not opinions and not emotions. Sometimes I may come off as blunt, but I mean well. But I am kind of a factual and logical person. That being said, guys, so how to handle this type? Expect questions and clarifications during the selling process. This indicates that they're interested in possibly selling. Explain to them with facts and numbers why you can offer what you offered. They are using logic and facts because this is a logical seller. Be patient because analytical customers are slow decision makers. That's true. Just like myself, I consider myself a logical seller. I usually don't impulsively buy or sell. Don't overtalk the deal or talk yourself out of a deal. Stay positive, provide information, inform them, and push through the sale. My closing level on this customer, I would say, is medium to hard. These people are hard to close, but not impossible, as they are logical and will listen to facts and logical information. They typically text and are all about business. Moving on to the next personality type, guys, the talker personality type. People with the talker personality type are respectful, sociable, they're good at listening to and forming relationships with others. The talker type enjoys establishing trust with whom they sell to and don't mind building rapport. They may even talk about personal issues, etc. These are typically the customers whom will call you on the phone. They are very interested in selling their phone or electronic and are easy to talk to. Typically, this customer's smartphones or electronics are in average to good condition and are usually as described. So the talker personality type, guys, sometimes these are people who might bring you 2 or 3 phones at a time. They might be repeat customers, and you might actually form a personable relationship with them. I've had several people like this in my career of phone flipping that I would consider the talker personality type, and they've sold me phone upon phone, iPad upon phone, etc., etc. So how to handle this type? Make yourself likable by creating a good impression and recognizing their presence. Asking questions that show your interest adds a personal touch to your pitch. This makes them feel valued, which nurtures your relationship with them. Maybe ask them how their day's been if the weather is bad out. Show them you care. Build rapport with them. Don't be afraid to have a conversation with this person while also pushing towards the sale, which is our main goal, so don't forget that, guys. Closing level with the talker personality type is easy. These people are typically people who call on the phone, and it's easier to close someone on the phone and are relatively, easy to close. They're easy to talk to, easy to talk about small talk, and then push towards the sale. Moving on to the next personality type. Number 3, the optimistic personality type. People with the optimistic personality use most of their creative side to voice out their opinions on a particular topic. When presented with facts, they prefer to share their own perspective rather than ask for additional information or actual facts, which makes them kind of difficult to deal with. However, they know how to show respect, and they know how to respect others as much as they want to be respected. So for that reason, these are great people to negotiate with because they do listen, as they may have their own opinion, but they can also be persuaded because they're optimistic and open-minded. So how to handle this type? The good thing about this personality type is that they are easy to talk to, like I said earlier. But they also make decisions faster, so make sure you have your words right. You may get a quick yes or you may get a quick no, as it really doesn't matter to them because they are optimistic whether they sell or not. They don't really care. Typically, this customer's smartphones or items are in average to good condition and are usually as described. My closing level on this, my rating, is easy to medium. These people are typically people who call and text and are quick to start to end a conversation. They're optimistic. They just want to talk a little bit and then hear a yes or no answer, and if they like it, they do, and if they don't, they don't. Moving on to the next personality type, guys. This one is my personal favorite, not because they're easy to close, but just because, I laugh every time I take a caller like this. Number 4 is the bulldozer. And you guys are probably wondering, why do I call it the bulldozer? And I'm going to tell you why right now. So people with this personality are mostly self-centered and opinionated. They find pleasure in manipulating the buyer that identifies them as reasonable and authoritative. Get straight to the point when explaining the price. You can offer to this customer logic, but it won't matter. So literally, if you try being logical to these people, it's probably not going to matter. These are the kind of people that call saying, oh, I need $500 for my iPhone 6. It's ridiculous. It might even make you laugh. So you can offer this customer logic, but it's not going to matter to them. Be direct without compromising clarity and quality of your performance, and do not be rude to the customer, even though it can be difficult. Sometimes these people are kind of ridiculous, guys, but just don't be rude to them. It's hard, but just do your best. How to handle this type. So these people are very opinionated and often difficult to deal with. They aren't thinking logically, only emotionally. So these are the people, like I said, they think their iPhone 6 is worth gold, which is called golden nugget syndrome. We've actually came up with this in my paid members group, where we call it golden nugget syndrome, where somebody wants $500 for their iPhone 6 and they're literally emotionally attached to it, but they can't figure out that logically it's not worth $500. So anyways, they often think their item is worth much more than it is, and Samsung or Apple themselves couldn't tell the bulldozer personality type otherwise. They will often be the people who text you asking $300 to $500 for an iPhone 6. Hilarious, right? Stay positive, work through the sale, be careful with what you say, but be to the point. Excuse me, guys. Often this personality type's items will come back with bad ESNs, they won't be as described when you meet them in person, and you may have to haggle. Closing level, I rated them hard. These people are typically people who call or text and are quick to start and to end a conversation, and they just don't listen to logic, which makes them a very hard close. Number 5, guys, the addict. So these people you can make a lot of money off of. And you're going to know these people as you come to flip more and more phones. You're going to kind of know who's got a gambling addiction, who's got a lottery card addiction, or who, needs to buy 3 packs of cigarettes a day or a week, or whatever it is out there that people need money for. But people with this personality type only want one thing: money. They are easy to deal with and often will go along with whatever price you offer, as long as it is somewhat fair. Usually these people are nervous in person and always in a hurry, but easy to talk to, and usually go along with your price. This personality type is typically someone who has a gambling addiction. So, just my personal experience, I dealt with a few people who I knew for a fact had gambling addictions. They would sometimes max out their credit cards, sell me phones, and, it's crazy. These people, they just have no real perception of money and value. So, they'll sell you things, very cheap. So you guys need to watch out for these people and know, when to capitalize on it. I had several of these types of people sell me phones for basically 50% off. They were pretty much brand new, paid for. They just didn't care. They wanted to go gambling. So, we're there doing them a service, and their business is their business. But just kind of keep an eye out for them, and make sure you guys have cash on hand when a customer like this approaches you. So how to handle this type: make them a fair offer and handle them with care. They typically really need the money and won't give much objections. Show kindness and act fast, or they will sell their items elsewhere by any means possible. That's very true, guys. Even if your offer might have been higher than the next person they're going to go to, or a pawn shop, or a GameStop, or whatever it may be, if you can't get them cash fast, they're going to sell it to somebody else because they really truly need the money. Often this personality type smartphones and electronics will be new in the box with a balance owed on it, or they will be like new and as described with a balance owed on them. The closing level difficulty, I rated them as easy. These people will typically call you and have an urgency to sell, and are fairly easy to close. That being said, guys, after this video, you will get to download this PDF guide. It'll be down below in the download button, so make sure you guys download that and kind of reference it, kind of study these personality types and how to build rapport with people, and this should really kind of just help you guys out with, flipping phones, making calls, and building rapport with customers. I'll see you guys in the next video.